Honest with Comedy, Road to Recovery Part 3, y'all. But still, okay. So, after, mm, after I had went to technical college, now I ain't gonna lie, like I said, it took me a few times. It did take me a good 4 years. 4 years, child. I had 3 kids. I had to survive. But in the midst of that, you try to make it in life. You still got things to do as an adult and so forth. No excuses, whatever. But the good part is I made it. So so even in oh, I forgot. I did. So after no, wow, yeah. While I was going to technical college, your girl applied for disability. I was on disability benefits. What's crazy is I didn't even expect to get approved because I was in my early 20s. That might say some stuff, right? Like I told you, back in the day, in my younger time, I was a rebel. I was a mess. I've been through some things, but the Lord made sure that I made it through. And if you made it through and you overcome, let me tell you something. If you got a story today, that man got his hands over you. Okay? You got a testimony. You got stuff to do. Just saying. But so I had applied for disability benefits. It was crazy is it's been a while since my cuckoo for Cocoa Puff days. And so when I applied, they had me, going to one of their psychologists. And I mean that to say that too because it comes back full circle, I promise you. So um, I applied for disability and I went to go see one of their psychologists and stuff, right? Because it's been so long. And then literally, maybe they say usually it take like a month or whatever. Let me tell you something. after a few weeks, after a few weeks, I tell you, somebody from the Disability Payment Center, it wasn't even like a specialist or a caseworker or agent from the payment center called me and said, "Hey, Shantae, we need you to set up a bank account so we can start getting these back payments. Because if you pay, I mean, if you apply, a certain amount of time ago before your appointments or they make a final decision and whatnot, they have to make up those payments, I guess, or something like that. But they wanted me to get an account set up so that in the event, I guess, that you get approved or whatever, you could be situated because they need to disperse those, immediately. That's how the state is and whatnot, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, I could do that. What's going on with that? She's like, yeah, we need to, we're going to send out a payment for this month and 2 months, maybe 3 months before, when you apply. And I'm like, you never say, look, let me say something. I didn't even get a letter in the mail. I didn't even get a letter in the mail saying what a decision was going to be yet. They literally called me to start making payments. And that alone, I even asked, like, okay, what does that mean? They was like, well, we do that when, based on what we have, we can presume it's presumptive disability that you would be approved. So they must have received that psychological report from their own people. Said, get this girl signed up immediately and start paying her. We do not need to delay her anywhere because if she applied for another job, no, you need to make sure she at home because for sure she clearly disabled. And it wasn't physical, I can tell you that much. Ain't that sad? But that's where your girl came from. So I was on that disability quickly. And they don't do that no more. But I feel like maybe God was like, she needs to focus. She needs to, because I couldn't keep a job. I just couldn't. I wasn't in the state of mind to do so. I was, yeah, like I said. But it wasn't to that point where y'all need to tell me that I'm that bad mentally before I recognize it. But still, which I wasn't, that's what I think, unless I'm in denial. But I feel like it was the grace of God. Honestly, He's like, here, let me bless you to get you through. So that helped me, though. That helped sustain me financially. And with that, so then also with the money that I had was getting from school, I was able to get a vehicle to go back and forth and stuff to school, and everything. So that helped me so I didn't have to be so significantly overwhelmed. And then, like, I have a heart of gold. That's one thing too. God definitely blessed me with a giving heart. I'm blessed to have a heart. I like to think of like the Lord, child. You know what I'm saying? I feel like He did give me His heart out of any and everything that He did place inside of us. It was definitely a part of His heart because I do love to give. I love to help people. And I love to help people even understand, mentally, physically, psychologically, motivate people. I'm good at doing that. I'm horrible at doing it myself. I ain't gonna even lie for myself. And there's probably a lot of people out there as well. We're more like leaders, teachers, but we suck as students, don't we? But anyway, I sucked at the MATC too, the college. I sucked at high school, and I sucked at middle school and preschool. But I didn't give up. I don't care how much I sucked, how much I struggled. Oh, I wasn't giving up. Because one thing for sure, I didn't want to be a bum. I didn't want, even though technically speaking, oh yeah, you're a statistic and whatnot, I wasn't going to be that. Or stuck as that. I wasn't going to be labeled that. That wasn't going to be my bare minimum. And I didn't want my children to start off. I didn't want their bare minimum to be where I left off at, which was nothing. You know what I'm saying? No high school education, no secondary education, no job. Because I could have just stopped at disability, you know what I'm saying? And been comfortable on welfare or disability. I was getting per month, even though it wasn't a lot. Because that rent was going to go up there. But that disability check and that welfare check wasn't. It wasn't. And you're relying on others. You know what I'm saying? So, I should really need to be relying on the Lord. But I feel like that was His way of literally leading to where I was going. So after that, MATC I got it done. You know what I'm saying? My kids got to attend my college graduation, which was something to be proud of. It's a milestone and a monumental moment because you start off as a teen parent, having children out of wedlock and whatnot. But God could have cursed me then if that was the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have got through a lot because I've been through a lot even with my children and stuff. But although I may have stumbled, I didn't fall. So that's what I'm saying. When we live through so many trials and tribulations in life, and you be want to give up, because I have definitely wanted to give up so many times when I had my children because it's a lot. It's a lot, especially when you are the person that is the provider. You are the person that's a nurturer, the disciplinarian, the person who wants to be there and support everybody, and then you fall short on yourself. So I feel like the things that I was falling short on and stuff, like God was trying to help me. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be so much of a burden. And I mean that in the most respectable, positive way. But I'm just saying for the people like that. But so going through these stumbles and times I wanted to give up, I'm so sick of this schoolwork because I don't like school. I hate it. I would be the first to admit I hate school. I love learning. Maybe like job stuff, training stuff, especially stuff I don't know. But school? No, no. I would need it. Rosetta Stone, hooked on phonics, works for me, but it didn't. But I just knew I had to do it though. You know what I'm saying? It was the inner drive. Because wherever God was leading me to, it required that. Because if it didn't, then it wouldn't have had. Okay? And that disability check definitely helped as well. But let me tell you what happened after that. Watch the next video.